Rise and shine, Ozzie!
Oh, again with the horn.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
I looked up to you. I thought you were my best friend. You ruined my life. And then you just left me. I lost so much because of you, and you selfish piece of shit, you didn't even care!
I did care! It was an accident, it was! But you have no idea what I lost in that fire.
I got a heart attack.
The 6th episode of the 2nd season of Helluva Boss has just graced us with its presence, and I am once again reminded that yes indeed, I am 80 to 88% straight. God damn! They just assaulted us with that. That was just the entire fandom throughout this episode, because we just open up with a cuddle session between these two, setting up what the whole premise of the episode. Like, y'all thought Millie and Moxie were insufferably cute. You have not seen anything yet. Fizz and Ozzie were the blueprint. They were I can't even begin.
And then you have a nooner with Prince Stolas.
Goof. Oh my god, they were playing a dangerous game with this one. People's fidelity was being tested. The king of lust, he is the embodied. I cannot even English. Okay, so the episode starts out with Fizz and Ozzie having their morning routine, just being a loving couple, and yep, it was 110% bullshit when they said, oh, this is just for lust or whatever. These two are wholeheartedly committed. Now, I don't know if they know they're lying to themselves or they are actually in love, but they're just like, okay, the world doesn't need to know. I think it's the second one. So yeah. Look at them. It was just, how many minutes? 3 minutes of solid this. Just sugar, just serotonin. I couldn't pay attention for most of it because reasons that are very evident. I could not concentrate to save my life. But if we want to focus on the plot, which why should we? We should focus on the adorableness of unfolding before us. The plot goes that Fizz and Ozzie wake up in the morning. Fizz is giving Ozzie the rundown of everything that's happening, and he sees in their little newspaper thingy that, oh, gossip is being spread. But later in the episode, we found out that this has been gossip. I guess that's why it was published. People found out what happened at the nightclub, and the paparazzi or whatever are saying, look at this hypocrite calling other people out, like singing a love song and Blitz and Stolas, when we all know what is happening between these two in the background. So that's a little more world building happening, but also back to the cute relationship bit. Fizz tries to say, hey, can I cook? And Ozzie's like, no. And I just like that it's the big, buff, tough guy that's basically, Ozzie is the housewife here. And Fizz is just the one being taken care of, because you think the twink is the one that cooks and cleans and does all of that. But no, the big, buff guy just takes care of his little impy wimpy, his little Fizzy. Oh my god. I feel so much joy. Jumbo-sized, cage-free, though I said rage-free, cream pie. Somebody pointed out that their eggs were orange, and I don't know if that has any lore implications or just their eggs look different. I don't know. So Fizz is going to go to the greed ring, and Ozzie is like, okay, can I at least come with? And Fizz is like, yeah, no, because people are beginning to talk, and he doesn't want any unwanted attention on his big precious himbo of a king of lust. You know, just casually dating the king of lust. My god, man is winning in life. Woo! So he doesn't want Ozzie to join him. He wants to go on his own, and Ozzie is like, you are too precious to me to be left alone, like at all. Let me get some security. And Fizz is like, I can do this by myself. And it's just a little banter. It's so personal that you almost feel like, okay, should I actually be listening in on this? Because you can even see the little moments of frustration. Look at this. So Fizz brings out the big guns like, please, and Ozzie is just like, fine, I can never say no to that face. I thought he was gonna shut him down completely, but the interactions is so good. It's sickening. I hate it. I hate seeing this because it's so good. You know those couples that are just insufferable? I say that because I'm one of them. My friends literally hate it when I bring Jay to things because we're like this. So seeing it from a third perspective is like, oh my god, get a fucking room. What happened to all the angst? Look at his knees knobbing. My goodness. Holy shit, I can't. I'm getting high on all of this. But yeah, this is supposed to be kept on the DL. Ooh, I like her kiss tattoo or whatever that is. It's supposed to be kept on the DL. In the storyboards, I'm pretty sure Fizz was in pantaloons. So Helluva Boss is starting to censor itself a bit, maybe because of YouTube, but they were still showing like a lot of dildos this episode. There's a lot of cock jokes here. I say as I remember me and Chad trying to debate whether Ozzie had a dick under there or not. Just check out my stream, by the way. It was insanity. So they're still trying to say, oh no, we're not in love. Look at that ankle, the shoulders, the heart nipples. I am fighting for my life to concentrate. I hope you know this. They're still trying to put up a front of, yeah, we're just not in love, this is totally not a big deal. So it seems this whole place, yeah, I need to go back. This is wait, what? Back. Okay, this whole tower is the King of Lust's domain. It even looks like a party fun house, like kind of like a circus tent. So this is the palace, and Fizz just lives in there. They're in the top floor, and of course Asmodeous will have servants coming in and out, but if they're gonna be this lovey-dovey, why would they have access to his private living space? Shouldn't there be a general area for you to drop the mail? I say because I just hate that they're being interrupted. So they're like, oh my god, that was close. And Ozzie's like, keep your phone on you, try to keep a low profile. Fizz is like, yeah, I can do it, I can handle it, stop worrying. And immediately we are shown that this man does not know what keeping a low profile means. He's just announcing his presence. But I guess these low level skanks and demons, that's such a cool design. Too bad he dies in the literal next second. He can't keep a low profile, and these people, I think they're too low ranked to even do him any danger or harm. And these motherfuckers, chat told me that these are like bug chihuahuas, and I see the wings. Wait, what even happened to them at the end? Because when Fizz got kidnapped, they just vanished. So did they just disappear into greed? Oh my god, I was even gonna say, oh, maybe he gets them back, but this is greed. They got picked off one by one and got sold or eaten or something. And I like the fact that there's like an albino disabled flea chihuahua. The animation though, you guys. So Fizz is scrolling through town, just like, oh my god, it's nice to get out, to be free, to not have attention on me. And it's like, what do you mean, bestie? Everyone is looking at you. You are not being low-key. We also see the return of the mom and baby from the pilot episode. That child cannot catch a break. And obviously happenstance occurs where Fizz and Blitz run into each other. Everything that comes out of his mouth is gold. Their reunion is very... let's say tense. They're throwing jabs, they're throwing barbs. There was a horn joke, so apparently having big horns means, is it like dick size don't matter in hell, it's horn sizes that matter. Fizz is trying to say, oh, you're stalking me. He said, we've only met twice in 15 years. I'd be the shittiest stalker in the world. Oh my god, he really liked the disabled one. I like that little rep. They really do just... You can tell that they were best friends because only best friends can cut deep like this and rib you in a way that just filthy. And Blitz makes a comeback that really strikes deep to Fizz, because even though he's trying to keep everything low profile, the fact that even someone like Blitz knows and is able to throw it in his face, it's like, and he didn't even come here with Asmodeous just to quell those rumors, so him bringing it up is just really no bueno. A man really tries to throw hands. Well, Blitz was the one that started the fight, I forgot. Blitz would never be the bigger man. No, the puppies. Blitz had a horse plushie on him. And the condoms, I'd like to know who this fell from. Most definitely Blitz. And this is the part where a lot of people didn't like. Crimson and Striker are cutting a deal, but it makes sense that the villains of our main crew, well, they're villains, they're gonna interact just like how our main crew and the people we cheer for interact. The people we don't like are gonna like cross paths eventually, and there was a lot of crossing paths here, not only with Blitz and Fizz, also Stolas and Asmodeous and Striker and Crimson, so everybody crossed paths with everybody. So Crimson is trying to hire him. I guess Striker is out of a job now after he just got paid by Stella, so she probably maybe didn't pay him well, or now that he's not on the hunt for Striker anymore, he's not getting a steady income from Stella, or he's just kept on the back burner till he's able to be called again. So like, you know, freelance hitman for hire. And Crimson is like, yeah, you better prove yourself before I hire you. Wait, what happened to your baby? What happened to your baby? And he just proves himself in like one fell swoop. He just grabs Fizz and Blitz and brings them here. I love that so much because Striker is competent, but even as I said on stream, sorry, I keep bringing up stream, Blitz is Striker's equal. He can go toe to toe with him unless shit happens or he's caught off guard or whatever. And I guess in this case, Crimson would want Blitz because of the whole thing that happened with Moxie, but Blitz had nothing to do with that. But I guess in this context, he was going just after Fizz. And ironically, Blitz is the collateral damage. And also, I love the fact that in the Hell thing, I'm not gonna say like I love the dildos or whatever, but in this hellscape universe, Ozzie is the inventor of the sins. He creates things which I guess kind of tracks with lust, making innovations and like sexual kink playthings. So he builds the tech, and Queen Bee does the whole, I guess, food, nectar, drink, booze and all that stuff. So Ozzie kind of leads the industrial revolution industry thing. I was about to say it. Okay, it's a heart. Fuck. I was about to say, was there a cutout hole for her titties? I was worried for a second. What was my train of thought? Oh yeah. Industrial builder, so it makes sense that he was the one that made the robotic enhancements for Fizz, and I just like that little detail. Oh my god, the S. God, I feel like it's a hidden Easter egg now in every episode. Wait, share your orgasms hell wide. Yeah, share your orgasms. New shipment of vibrators test sample, and it was so bad that it exploded. Look at this painting. My goodness, he really does love him. Ah, my bird boy. So this is Stolas's meeting. He's healed. Has his legs always been backwards? I've just been noticing a lot of backwards legs. Even Asmodeous, his legs is crooked. So I realized that, oh yeah, Moxie has the inverted leg. So Moxie might have some succubus blood in him, or maybe some royal blood. And has Stolas always had booty shorts? Somebody explain this to me, because I could have sworn this thing was like longer. I didn't know mans had pantaloonies down there. So the meeting has occurred where Stolas is going to try and plead Blitz's case, where he wants the Asmodean crystals, and Asmodeus mistakes it for, oh, you want a love potion and I don't fuck with that. So basically Asmodeus is against Viagra. No, but more likely he's against aphrodisiacs, things that cause lust to happen artificially, that it needs to happen naturally. It shouldn't be something that is forced. And so it's like, oh no, I was more talking about the crystals. I want to help Blitz. And Asmodeous is like, yeah, sorry, you see, my business partner doesn't like your friend and I don't want to help him. Like, your business partner, he's an imp. This is your business, technically. I think I heard some people call Fizz like his assistant, which would be a good cover-up, but no, I think they're trying to say Asmodeous and Fizz built this empire together. Well, technically, Fizz is also robotics. Maybe he also had a hand in creating his robot enhancements, and then Asmodeous found out, and they started this whole vibrator tech thing together, which would be equally as cute. Because it would be like, oh, Fizz is a businessman and Aussie's King of Lust thing is in his clubs or whatever. Which would also be so adorable that it means Asmodeous is running the business that him and Fizz built while Fizz is out there like auditioning because he's still a performer or whatever. There's so much things to think about. So Ozzie gets a call right in the middle of this, like a video message, and he just plays it for everyone to see. Why is Stolas being included in this private video call between you and Fizz? What if Fizz sent something saucy? Well, I guess it would promote that they're not in love thing. But no, Crimson, the idiot to end all idiots, is blackmailing the King of Lust in HD quality. Oh my goodness. Like, not even a fear in his mind, saying, yeah, I'm gonna send somebody to make a deal. Out of all the sins, you are one of the bitchiest.
I think it's a recording. You probably just asked if I know who I'm dealing with. And oh yes, I know. The weakest and most non-threatening of the sins. The king who will do whatever it takes to save the worst kept secret in all of hell. We both know you won't risk anything happening to the clown.
Oh my god. And I disagree. Out of all the sins, lust is not the weakest. Pride, wrath, lust, they are the top three. They make you do things. Sloth, easily the bitchiest of all the sins. Like, you can take sloth, okay, their whole thing is being lazy. But lust, you wanna call lust stupid? So yeah, that's what this whole scene was about, that had Asmodeous absolutely go apeshit. So my theory was wrong. It wasn't Fizz, it wasn't Mammon, it wasn't Blitz, it was Crimson, which was a curveball I never expected. So they get thrown in a cage. Again, don't know why Blitz is here, but I guess they were together and they don't care. They're a package deal. Story's gonna story, plot's gonna plot. So they have a little bit of a heartfelt moment where Fizz is like, oh my god, how could this happen? And Blitz is like, oh my goodness, you little bitch. Have you never been captured before? My goodness. Oh my god, it's so good. So they are basically trading jabs. Oh, you fuck a rich guy. No, you fuck a rich guy. Well, I just fuck him. You fuck him. I love this show so much. They're basically going around in circles with Fizz trying to say, look, you can have a healthy relationship with a rich guy. It doesn't have to be anything sinister. I'm just like, fuck no, Stolas is just with me for not reasonable reasons. He doesn't love me. No way, nuh-uh. And it's like, brotherly, please get with the program. Fizz does not care. He can see through this whole thing. Used to be Blitz's best friend. And Blitz basically pours his heart out, where he reveals, like, yeah, he's registering everything that Stolas does to him, but he's calling horseshit. He doesn't believe it's genuine. Why would anyone genuinely love him? They laugh at his jokes. And Fizz is like, oh well, that's your cue that he's definitely lying. Like, bruh, seriously, like, look at this guy, look at this idiot. Stolas is not that conniving. Like, the rich, yes, eat the rich, but we're talking about Stella types of rich, not Well, we don't know how bad Asmodeous is, but no, don't eat Asmodeous. Well, eat Asmodeous. Well, no, don't eat him. Don't eat Stolas and Asmodeous. Eat all the other rich people. The backs and forth, and Fizz also kind of shows like, oh, it's not like that, but it is. But it's purely just fucking. They really go at it, and Striker is telling all of them to shut the fuck up. And I don't know why he's even here. They're caged, they're tied up. Why are you listening in? But this was probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole episode.
As far as I'm concerned, you two are both embarrassments to our kind for meddling with blue bloods to begin with. But at least Loudmouth here has the sense to only fuck his rich bitch instead of being a little purse dog.
Oh, great. The fucking supremacist is on my side. Wonderful.
Neither are you. If you're superior to anyone, then you are no better than any boy.
Yeah, and that triggers him. I think the show actually calling Striker a supremacist put a lot of things into perspective, because yeah, Striker has a complex. He likes to think he's above all the other imps who are subservient, but he breaks the mold. But bitch, you were working for Stella for at least Blitz gets to fuck Stolas for free and get the book. You are literally going against your whole manifesto. Like, bro, who are you fooling here? So him looking down on them really is, as Fizz was trying to say, you're no better than the royals for looking down on us, because he knows that takes one to know one. Why are you looking down on your kind and blaming others for looking down on you? Maybe there is something to look down upon, or you're just being an idiot. And Crimson is kind of like, hey, don't mess with the merchandise. Basically having the sense to know that if you damage Fizz, you're all toast and butter. But at the end of the day, they're still toast and butter, because there's nothing stopping Fizz from getting back to Asmodeous, and Asmodeous torching all of these motherfuckers, because as we saw, he's ready to just sign. Just give me the paper, sign, give me Fizz. And Stolas is like, your majesty, you are a concept older than time itself, time immemorium. Whatever you sign is binding infinitum. Please read. Do not sign anything that we can't get out of. And immediately the first thing he reads is, oh, you are literally signing away the fact that Crimson can behead Fizz if he wishes to, and mount it on his wall.
And giving him permission to use Fizzorolli's head for a wall decoration.
Wait, what? Just making sure you're paying attention. Here's the real contract.
Oh, this will be fun. I love words.
Ah, my little bookie boy. My bookie boy. But I feel like that's also good. Stolas being there stopped something very bad from happening, because they did escape. And even on stream I was so worried, what if they escaped and he still signed the contract? It would have still been so binding. And Asmodeous was rolling his eyes like, I got to spend the whole day with Stolas. Like, no, fuck you, I'd love to spend a day with Stolas. He stopped you from making very big mistakes where you couldn't even harm Crimson at the end of the day. But now Crimson is a dead man walking, because his video is still on Fizz's phone. It would be so stupid for Asmodeous to let this shit fly. Crimson has to go on the ground after this. Oh my god, okay. The episode, they are having a heart-to-heart. Fizz is crying like, I don't know what to do. And Blitz is like, fine, I'll help you. And he just has a knife in his pocket, because I knew Blitz was carrying. The fact that they didn't check him, but it's hiding in his boot, shows that Blitz is really good at this. He frees them, and oh my god, that's such a good character design. He frees them, and he does a very convoluted, still has the hots for him, I say, or whoever tied them up was very horny. He had a very convoluted way of freeing them, instead of just, you know, as Fizz stretching his arm to get it. They do this whole rigmarole of getting this, like a ball to fall, somebody to shoot, someone to die. People saying, how did Blitz get that popcorn? Guys, cartoon gonna cartoon. Where was Fizz watching? Well, I think he's just seen like the decrepit decay of bodies flying, like just the death and destruction. That's somebody's fin. Oh my goodness. You know, now that there's a lot of characters, I was like, maybe let me see if I can find a trans person just chilling in this scene, because that's how this show does representation. Blink and you miss it. So they were able to release themselves.
Well, that didn't.
Look at him, so smug. Didn't think it would work. They get released and we get, these are just body bags, people who are going to die. I really do like this design, my goodness. Crimson was having a fucking bubble bath or something. And we find out that Fizz is fucking useless in a fight. He doesn't know how to help himself. But Blitz is very skilled, and they are making their way through this while talking, trying to get through some emotional baggage. And you can see the scene getting darker and darker and their eyes glowing to the point where Fizz actually points out, you've always been jealous of me. You did this because of me. Like, you caused all this. I'll never forgive you. Basically saying that, yeah, you are the last person I want to be with in the situation. You ruined me. And we get the backstory that basically almost ended my life. I nearly disintegrated watching this. We find out that we see the accident that we knew happened, the one that body horror galore, where Fizz loses everything. He almost dies. He gets burned to death. That's all his blood. His body is burning so badly that his blood is bubbling out of him. I don't even know which one is worse, being cooked alive that your blood gets evaporated and fried, or it oozing out because your skin and muscles are just melting. So from Fizz's perspective, Blitz ran away after causing the explosion, but in reality, that's not what happened.
I did care! It was an accident! It was!
Because they're still in a situation where, oh yeah, our lives are in danger, we're trying to escape, but Blitz is a fountain. Somebody that is very hard to get him to speak, to talk, to share his emotions. Him just pouring them out like this means, yeah, he's carrying a lot, and for the people he cares about, he doesn't really hold himself off or guard himself. Like, he tries to be this open and vulnerable with Luna because he sees her as family. But with M&M's, with Stolas, but Blitz kind of shows the other side of the equation where it was truly 100% an accident. It wasn't on purpose.
I am so sorry that you got so hurt. I'm sorry for what you lost. And I know
Horses are pretty though.
make that right. But you have no idea what I lost.
So he said he tried to go get help, and you can see him bleeding here. Oh yeah, you can even see his mouth. He's trying to say Fizz, but nobody's gonna listen to you. Everything is on fire. Yeah, everything is on fire. And he turns around, and I think that's the tent with his mom. The fire really explodes. Yeah, he says mom. Look at his mouth.
You have no idea what
Yeah, he runs, and this is what Fizz sees. So Blitz is trying to get people to go and help him. Then he remembers his mom, and he's like, he's booking it, and that's what Fizz sees. And y'all should have seen me on stream, you guys. I could not handle it. I was literally the Tati Westbrook thing where I'm about to have a heart attack. I almost bailed out of this episode altogether. I could not handle it because this whole thing happened on Fizz's birthday. And also Blitz was going to confess, and also where is it, his dad gave him a card saying, I wish I was your son. So many layers of things making this worse and worse and worse, and they all have this tattoo on their forehead. Yeah, I think it's for their circus or whatever, but I guess because Fizz got burnt so badly, his tattoo is gone, or he wears this which covers it. Also, I'm gonna have a theory about this, so like, comment, subscribe. Well, subscribe for more theories about that. So they are really trying to unpack what just transpired. The fact that Blitz is actually talking is a miracle and a half. So the entire fandom paused, and he's wearing his mom's necklace. Oh my god, how did that not burn in the fire? Fuck, I did not just say that. They're still trying to escape, killing people, trying to come to terms with it, and Fizz is like, okay, fine, it was an accident, but why did you come and see me? He's like, I did try to come and see you, but I was told you didn't want to see me. I didn't say that, and nobody told me that you tried to come. And it's like, wait, what? Oh, somebody didn't want these two to meet, and my bet is on Mammon, or maybe Fizz's dad. No, sorry, Blitz's dad. You know, the circus really turned their back on Blitz because, yeah, it was his fault, and the way he disfigured Fizz. I think any sensible person wouldn't want the guy who caused that accident being anywhere near him to cause anything more worse to happen. But whoever caused that misunderstanding, fuck you specifically. And if it's Barbie, oh my god. Again, they're in a fight, they're trying to escape, we're trying to have a deep emotional moment here. Am I the only one that can't stand Fizz's voice? It's really grating, it's really ravelly, it really gives like Invader Zim vibe. Not really Invader Zim, but it's just really ugh. So Stolas helps Asmodeous not sign away his life, where he's like, okay, fine, some properties and everything will belong to you, but you bring back Fizz. And then the Lord's like, okay, fine, okay, let me read this. And that's where hubris gets in the way. You just let it be signed and done with, and y'all would have lived. But no, you decided to fuck off. They really decided to test the King of Lust because they know how much he loves Fizz. And yeah, love makes you do crazy things. Love, lust, I like the little allegory of love and lust really can go hand in hand. You don't have to trade one for the other, which is again the antithesis of what Asmodeous is. Hypocrisy. They're rich, who cares? So the two of them coincide. Did you hear the pop my shoulder did? God damn. The two of them coincide, and they're even working together better, with Fizz using his reach and mobility and stretchy bendy arms to help Blitz kill people better. And you can just see how much of an adjusted human being Fizz is. He can tell like, okay, look, shit happened, it was fucked up, but I'm in a better place now. A lot of I've grown, I've become better, I've gained new things and abilities. And Blitz is like, wait, you're telling me you almost dying and getting blown up was a good thing? He was like, it was hard, it was painful, but right now I'm in a really good place. I have a lot. He is winning at life. I won. I lost my arms, my friends, my family. I thought my best friend tried to kill me and abandoned me, but you know what? I still came out on top. Literally. And there was this cock joke that kind of went on for a little bit, but apparently was ad-lib from the voice actor, and Viv liked it so much that she left it in. And you know what? You gotta respect that. Viv really likes her voice actor so much that she's willing to animate extra scenes for an ad-lib.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Fizz.
There's somebody saying they're happy for him. It's just adorable. Now if only Blitz could get his shit together. They're surrounded, and fuck you, Striker. It's about to go down.
Horse thing? Fizz, pick you like a fucking horse. Oh, don't you dare talk sexy to me.
You're still on the horse thing?
He's still a horse girl. Leave him alone.
Remember how you used to distract me?
Blitz tells Fizz that he needs some time, buy him some time, and Fizz uses his entertainer skills to distract them, basically spelling out how they're going to escape while Blitz does it. And play this music on 2x speed, it's a bop, but I had to skip through it. It played a little longer than necessary, but it was really good. I liked it. Viv uploaded it as a singular video, and I like the fact that she's also doing that. You know, instead of having other channels upload it and like siphon off views from her, it's like, upload your music videos to your damn channel. You animated it. Nobody has more of a right to upload it than you. And yeah, people want it. Instead of like watching the whole episode, they'd like to just sit down and watch little snippets of the song in its own little bubble. I guess they're really proud of this song. The Bitcoin reference took me out of it. The Squidward meme. I don't want to say, oh, this shit is dated, because these things might... The Squidward meme will outlive us, but some of the meme choices are... Ugh. But yeah, no, I keep the Squidward meme. Fizz really ties himself in a knot trying to keep their attention because he's running out of things to do or say. I love it. Look at how cute he is. They were really in love with Femme Fatale Fizz for whatever reason. This is really Moxie's father. Moxie has made this exact face before. Wholeheartedly smitten. The distraction works, I guess. Again, went on for way too long. I think by the time... It went on for far too long. Even when they noticed and they escaped. This song, how long was it? 21:12, and it started at, my goodness, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That was an entire music video. I could have just checked how long the upload viv put was, but yeah, they animated an entire music video of just distractions. Look at this, look at that. So they escape, they're having a little moment. You can see that they're gonna be good-ish. And Blitz hotwires a car. He has a moment where he just falls face first. I saw a tweet about this where it continues. It's like a joke. And I love it. Man trips over air if he could. This car will probably not move. It doesn't even have tires. But Fizz gets dragged away. Makes no sense why he didn't drag Blitz. But I guess Blitz wouldn't allow himself to be dragged like that. Striker. Wait a minute. When they escaped, this thing coming down on them, Mans was accepted death. But you could have just moved to where the hole was. I see that look. Do they have something? I know the crew kind of like ships these two. Which would be insane considering the fact that Crimson is a homophobe. So yeah, Fizz gets dragged. Striker is like, I'm tired of losing this fight, we're gonna settle this. And it's weird because even though Striker sees himself as losing, us from our perspective, like, god damn, that guy is so slippery, he always escapes, he always manages to run away or whatever. But apparently from his perspective, he always sees himself as losing, which is so weird. So he's willing to just shoot Fizz. He doesn't even care about the deal or whatever, so long as he wins. In his mind, he needs to win. When again, the enemy isn't it supposed to be the rich? But he's kind of portraying that anger on these imps who have kind of gotten the easy ticket, who are dating rich assholes. So Blitz is in kind of a conundrum where if he... Well, I just shoot Striker, but if you shoot, he shoots.
Okay, is it bad that I'm getting hard?
Shut the fuck up! Why is it always a sex thing?
In a show where everyone is sexual, having somebody just not be in on the joke or just not be kinky is just weird. Like, ugh, straight people. You know? Some people said it's probably because Striker is straight. That's why none of these jokes kind of connect with him. But I just think he's boring. Straight people can be kinky too. Hell, look at Moxie and Millie. Well, they're a straight relationship, so, you know, fuck you. Blitz causes another explosion just to free them. Look at him, little rat bastard, little snake. And it's Fizz's worst nightmare. The explosion kind of breaks his arms and he's not doing too well. But Blitz is able to save him. It's a thing. It's so wholesome. But literally, I don't care what situation I'm in. If I got burnt to death, well, almost to death, lost all my limbs, had to have them robotically reattached, and I was in a life-threatening situation again, you do not get to blow me up a second time. I don't care if your comeback is. Fuck you. You stuck around last time too. The only reason why you left was for your mom. never mind. They forgive each other because, you know, besties. I know some people are trying to say this is rushed or, oh my god, things happen too quickly. Guys, best friends. Just best friends. You do not know what it's like to just be on the same wavelength with somebody and just want to forgive and reconnect. And you can see that happening here. Look at him. Look at him. The healing has begun. I want to say this is the beginning of Blitz's redemption arc with his friends. I know the last episode was him and Barbie, just Barbie saying I never want to see you again, and him finding someone from his past that he really likes and loves, just forgiving him. That is just so powerful. He wanted this for so long and he's finally getting it from somebody. I do know that the whole thing with his mom might be the last hurdle for him to jump over before he can fully commit to Stolas, but we're getting there, baby steps. Imagine, I just want him to heal just so he can get back with Stolas. That is where my priorities are. So, Asmodeous has had enough. He's gonna kill him. Fizz is back. Look at it, big, tough guy. I will end you. His baby comes back. His voice, he just reverts. Oh my god, the way they animate tears in this show. That broken arm. The booty shorts. I swear Stolas is not dressed like this 247. So the lawyer guy should have gotten the fuck out of Dodge the moment he saw Fizz, but he wastes too much time. And they get their hands on him. So I think some people say he got fucked. But I think they just ripped him limb from limb. Or just ate him. But we don't see blood or anything. I doubt they fucked him. Because why would they? Or they maybe toasted him to a crisp. No, wait. He's holding a handkerchief, but it's probably like to just hold blood or oil or something. I'd love to know what happened. Let me know your theories of what happened to the guy. But Asmodeous is telling Fizz, rightfully so, that you are never leaving my side again, ever, bestie. You're on the lock, house, and key from henceforth. They're walking through the palace. And Asmodeous just has a lot of workers or whatever just milling about, doing nothing. They shouldn't be here on this floor, but whatever. Look at his tail. I don't know why I was using my finger. You can't see. His tail is wrapped around his arm. So we saw them start their day and end their day. Fizz is getting embarrassed and blushing because, yeah, these are other imps just like him. And they're seeing the king fawn over him. Even though they know... Is that me? Even though they know that this relationship is there, at least they need to keep it hush-hush. And some people can have plausible deniability. But now there's no denying it.
I don't care, because they know if they tell anyone, I'll...
I love that this guy actually held himself. Oh my god. No, so many of them. They felt that in their soul. Look at her face. Like, ugh. He'll break you if you say anything, bitch. The citizens of Lust are just doing it for me. Oh my god. But even if he says, oh, I'll break them, this is still a public thing. People know. Is that me? People still know. So even if they speak, you can't trace it back to them. But I guess he's saying that if I find out that you said jack shit fuck all, I will end your bloodline.
Well, don't worry. Today I learned that I hate going outside.
Yeah, this is part of his voice, Fizz's voice, that just breaks me. I think people pointed out here that when he says, oh, you don't have to go out again, Fizz is looking sad, and they're like, oh, he probably likes going outside, you know, being bedridden from being sick. He doesn't like being caged up. But maybe I can see that, but I also see it as it went disastrously. Maybe he just wanted a bit of independence, or yeah, maybe I can kind of see that whole Asmodeous caging him in and he wants some semblance of independence. But it could be that, it could not be. Let me know what you think this look is. It could just be him mourning what happened today. And also the thing being floppy, we know now that his burn happened, like his horns are just not full, so he wears this to hide that, and the reason why they're floppy is this is air. So I thought this was like foam, but it's like, no, it can't be foam, because if it was foamy, foam. It'll still be loppy. So I guess this is where his horns stop. This is just the white part of it. Or maybe he got so burnt that his horns are white, but this is where his horns cut off. For this side it's here, for here it's here, and then the rest is floppy. And it kind of just leans into the jester aesthetic. And he had it be very big, I guess, to kind of guess where his horns would have grown, or just to simulate big horns, because big horns are, I don't know, something in this society. Oh, look at him. Look at this place. Oh, to be the king of lust's pet. Striker here saying, oh, you're only his little puppy dog, lap dog. I'm like, is that an insult? That's a compliment, bestie. Whew. Have you seen his waist? Have you seen the king of lust's waist? I would give anything to be his lap dog, his puppy dog, his side hoe. One of the numerous mistresses. I finally understand why people want to be concubines. My god. I need to stop playing. Okay, so what was that poster in the back? Something workspace space. Maybe I can read it from another angle. A safe workspace is a sexy workspace. You know what? Yeah. So maybe this is where you could, well, not maybe. This is where Fizz does, not Fizz, Asmodeous does his inventing. Probably where Fizz does it as well, but we don't see Fizz do any robotic anything. So this could all just be Asmodeus's workshop. Have I been saying Fizz, Fizz, Fizz this whole time? Asmodeus patches him back up. It's adorable. I love it. To hell and back.
Besides my whole
Easy, okay?
Oh, it's fine. I'm fine, really. You know I bounce back fast.
Even Asmodeus is shaking his head like my little idiot. We love it. We love it. And then another one of my personal favorite scenes that makes me finally know Asmodeus's race.
How was your day?
Well, I was stuck with Stolas the whole time. Who,
Hey.
by the way, asked me to give him one of my crystals as a gift for that guy you hate. So, I told him no.
Black man. 110,000%. A Caucasian can't do that. An Asian can't do that. That is 100% Negro. Fucking hell. So Fizz basically says, okay, give it to him, which again, I don't understand why Fizz has this control over him. Like, maybe they're partners, or maybe they invented the crystals together. But then if they did, why would it be in Stolas's ancient grimoire book that his dad gave him? Maybe it's new knowledge. Maybe that book that Stolas has wasn't the grimoire. So many questions, but again, King of Lust, he bends to this motherfucker's will. He'll do anything. So he tells him, yeah, give it to him. Give him the crystals, not the other thing. What is that? Is that like a dragon dick prototype? My goodness, that is scary. Okay, so if this goes in where no, this is the main hole. This is the other hole. Then what do you do? I'm assuming this is for women. If this is for men, you know what? Moving on. He gets his new arm. I like this. Again, cartoon logic. This makes no sense. Even if it was going below the table, it doesn't make sense. But I love it. Just to emphasize what's happening in the scene. And Fizz is horny for whatever reason. Oh, it's different. This arm has like white fingers, but this one is purely black fingers. So he might change this arm too to match, because this arm was also being funky, but maybe not right now. Or maybe in later episodes we'll see him have two miscolored hands. We know the next episode is also gonna include Fizz, and I hope Blitz shows up and we see like their best friend interactions, because it's cute. I can't believe I like Fizz. I like Fizz's interactions with Asmodeus, and I like his interactions with Blitz. I wonder what his interactions with Maman, but also maybe Stolas is gonna be like. Cause Fizz is just a well-adjusted guy. He had shit happen to him, he moved past it, he fell in love with a very powerful person. They were able to come to grips and live, even though he was being kept a secret. He didn't care, he still had the love of who he wanted. He thought his best friend tried to murder him and abandoned him. They reconciled and he was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, fine, water under the bridge. My guy literally is winning. He is who we want Blitz to become, I guess. The story is just showing us what we should strive for him to see our main character become. Goddamn, that's so hot. Oh my god, get a room. Ah, be gone. Wild, salacious, tempting thoughts. Bad horny, no horny. Horny bonk. You just know they're gonna do a lot of nasty things. And I kind of want to see it. And that is episode 6 of season 2 of Helluva Boss. I kept asking, I said, is it the same voice actor for Ozzie? Is this Jafar's voice actor? Because again, if they got Jafar to do all these cutesy things, I am dead. I am deceased. But that's the episode. That's all that happens. Let me know your favorite scenes. I loved everything. But again, the white supremacist joke and this joke are just living in my head rent free. And just seeing the cuteness of these two. I have the screenshot, but I'm gonna do it again just to make sure. They are everything. They're perfect. My god, I love it. But that's enough ramblings from me. I have more videos. I want to talk about little things, thingamabobs and theories. If there's anything you want me to cover, just let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your review, how you rate this show on a scale of 1 to 10. For me, 11 out of 10, 15. Asmodeous's abs alone made this a 10 out of 10. I have no faults, no complaints. I love it. So let me know what you think too. But yeah, that's gonna be all from me, folks. Thanks for so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all other things. And with that being said, this is TBC. Mwah. Signing out.